Alrighty, so I'll say that here again. Let's continue with the ancient Greeks. We're on 2.1, or the Greek city-states. A little bit of U.S. history coming into this one. We owe a lot to our Greek founding fathers, I guess. I'll write it out here in a bit for us. All right, join me for live sessions. For those of you that have, I hope you're enjoying them. There's the link. Office hours, join me. There is the link. Finish Unit 1. Congrats. Let's move on to Unit 2. We are in the Greek city-states. Before I continue, there's 4 people that I need you to remember from ancient Greece. We can remember this with SPA. S-P-A-A. The first guy is Socrates. Socrates is one of the oldest or better known Greek thinkers. Plato was a student of Socrates. Aristotle was a student of Plato. Think of, from my Star Wars people, think of Qui-Gon, who was a Padawan of Yoda. Obi-Wan, who was a Padawan of Qui-Gon, and Anakin, who's a Padawan of Obi-Wan, right? So technically, Anakin was trained by Yoda. And then we have Alexander the Great. Alexander, and for the TG, the Great, right? Spa. Need you guys to remember for this one. Let's move on. Lesson 2, or Greek city-states. Corre se va. No, wow, interesting. No, not lesson 3. I wanted to go to lesson 2. No, my bad, guys. There we go. Lesson 2, Greek city-states. 3 terms: democracy, monarchy, and oligarchy. A democracy is a government by the people that are elected. So we vote in a democracy. A monarchy is a king in charge, or ruler, someone in charge of it all. Then an oligarchy is a group of people who govern, right? That would be our oligarchy, right? So our monarchy, one person is the head of government. Think of the Queen of England. Now it's Prince Charles. These are our monarchs, a monarchy, one person in charge. An oligarchy is a small group of people who have the power. A small group of people. Not one individual, but a few individuals, again, who control the population. This oligarchy. Then a democracy would be us, right? We vote for people in charge. We're actually a representative democracy. We elect the people who vote for us, right? The Greeks had a direct democracy. My vote is my vote, and you need them, right? So let's jump back. I don't need this one. I don't need this one. I don't need this one. Let's come back into here. In the dark, at the end of the Dark Age, spotlight for us. Marked by the reemergence of large cities in Greece, many of the cities constructed in a similar manner to the earlier Mycenaean cities. One important similarity is the construction of the center of the city. As the Mycenaeans, it built on a high hill. The Greeks called the center the Acropolis. Acro means high, and polis means city. The Acropolis contained public buildings such as meeting halls and religious temples. Right. The polis was the main political unit of Greece after the Dark Age. From polis, we get the word politics. Y'all see that? Polis, politics. Like city-states of ancient Sumer, the polis was independent. There was no nation of Greece at the time. There were just separate polis, polises. Unlike the United States, the polis were not unified under a single ruler or ruling body. So there are multiple city-states, is what we call them. The evolution of government. Most city-states began as monarchies. We discussed monarchies. In ancient Greece, the monarch had absolute control. Eventually, power was taken from the king and given to some people. An oligarchy, a few people are in charge. Eventually, we get a democracy, which is what Greece, how we, the US, developed our government system. Sparta was unique among the Greek city-states. As the story below indicates, its citizens were people of action and honor. The movie 300, or Rise to the 300, is the story of the Spartans. Native Spartans from birth were taught to submit to their wills and desires of the interest of the state. They were Sparta. Sparta. This is Sparta. Sparta, if we're looking at it on a map, where are we, Sparta? Was in the Peloponnese. Here's the Peloponnese. Okay, this is a good map. Can we open image in a new tab? Let's see. No, it's blocked. Thank you, Bright Thinker. Oh, I can cheat. Nice. Okay. Here's Sparta. Sparta was part of this Peloponnese. The Peloponnese was this peninsula, body of land by three sides, surrounded by water by three sides. Here's Athens, there's Corinth, and there's Sparta. These guys were always at war with each other. It wasn't like they were best of friends. They actually was not very good. Here's the Aegean, that body of water. Here's on the way to the Black Sea, Mediterranean down here, and the Adriatic Sea. This is the Ionian Sea, but up here is the Adriatic Sea. Macedonia is where Alexander the Great will come from. And that is all I gotta say about that. Okay, let's move on because we got a little bit of time so I can tell you guys what we need to talk about today. All right. Government. The Spartans traced their ancestor to Hercules, the Hercules, yes, from legend. Legendary hero of the Trojan War, Hercules was everything that the Spartans wanted to be. They were warriors, and warriors expanded to control and influence by means of military power. Warriors. Working from strategic locations in the southern Peloponnese, the Spartans conquered the Laconians, and the Mycenaeans. As captives, the Laconians and Mycenaeans were treated as helots. Helots is their word for slaves. However, they had no political rights and were expected to give half of their harvest to the Spartan masters. In order to advance Sparta further, many reforms took place. Namely, a military state was instituted in which almost every aspect of the citizen's life was directed to the government. You're born, you will do something for the military. That's just how it is. At the head of the government were 2 kings and 5 ephros. The king did not have absolute control. Aristotle, remember Spock, said they were kind of an unlimited and perpetual generalship. As the top generals of the Spartan army, the kings also fulfilled certain spiritual duties. They were, in a sense, the chief priests of Sparta. Before battle, they offered sacrifices to their gods. The Spartan government also included the Jurotia, and was made up of 28 male aristocrats, like a consul or a congress. The Apella was the popular assembly of the Spartans. Any Spartan male over 30 of age who served in the military could vote. So they did have a democracy. The Spartans, enjoy the video. Armor, shields. The Spartans were just awesome. Right. One of these awesome things was the Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BC. The Persians actually came to invade Greece. They landed a fleet in the Peloponnese. And the Spartans, with 300 men, were able to hold back, some say, an army of 250,000. Guys. Did this really happen? Yes. Some Greeks were involved, mostly the Spartans, and they were all killed. But it allowed Sparta, Greece, to survive. And yeah, just wow. You got some other items to read about the Spartans. We have 8 questions. Part of the role of the blank Spartan society was to be second in line of defense. Elderly, lions, females, children. To be a member of the Jurotia, one had to be at the head of the Spartan government were discussed. A is a blank leader put into power by force. Sure. A government in which power rests with an elite group of people. Spoke about that. For a government in which one ruler, head of state. Oh God, my phone was on my dial pad. A government by the people or those who elect, represent, and then a blank is the center of a Greek city. Best of luck to you. Email me if you need some help. I am always here for you all. Best of luck, which I already said. Have a great rest of your day.